Hey, 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 you beautiful twin flames, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. Wow, oh wow, I have got the reading of the century for you. Divine Masculine. Feeling all kinds of ways. Probably a little bit grumpy, angry, pissed off, annoyed with you. For those of you who have just sort of had a little bit of a upheaval with boundaries, I want to say boundaries is at the forefront. And even if you are in separation with your masculine right now, there is this absolute, what do I want to say? It needs to be resolved. There's a situation that needs to be resolved, whether that's energetically or in person or over the phone. I would never say to do it via messages. So let's just take a little look. We're ready to go. I've got some cool new cards today. So I'll put the most important ones up here, but the rest of them I'll put down in front of me so I can do the reading properly. So the current situation is what I'm looking into first. Let's have a look. What's in reverse? We've got this pile of rocks in reverse on the bottom of the deck. I don't know if you can see that well. Let me just put my other light on. That might help us a little bit. Is that better? I don't know if that made it better or worse. Anyway, it's a pile of rocks in the dust. Followed by what have we got? Wow, okay. The 8 of Wands here, which is an interesting card. There's this energy of, I know we're stagnant right now, but I want to move through this. So the current position is this confusing energy. Your divine masculine is thoroughly confused about what to do next. I feel like the divine feminine said something. You may have, struck a bit of a chord in your masculine, and he walked the other way. Now, this could have happened recently. There he is on a camel. This could have happened recently, or it could have happened, what do I want to say? It could have happened recently, or it could have happened a long, long time ago where you struck a chord. Okay, but there's these words, and I don't know if you can see the mice in the front of that picture there, but there's some mice down here. Whatever you said kind of annoyed him, kind of pissed him off, kind of obstructed what he was trying to do with you. Because a lot of masculines, do have the future in mind. I want to sing this song. Pack up your troubles and your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. Now that's a song that they sung when they went to war. So it's kind of like, it's a very happy song. It's a long way to Tipperary. It's my heart, my home. So it's this song that the soldiers would sing when they were on their way to war. So it feels like there's a war going on, either energetically, like I say, or in the real, for real. There's some words that have been said. Feminine's feeling alone, and I kind of feel like she wants to sing that song. How will I get you alone? How will I get you alone? Alone, It's very high, so, you know, I want to do a bit more shuffling. Why is he so angry? He might not say it to you. The ones who've really had enough may say it to you, but there's this energy of she wants a war. Take gender how it resonates for you. I'll give her what for. It's this energy. Wow. All the crows. I love this. This is my new deck. I think it's called the Crow Tarot. Queen of Wands, right? You know, this is kind of the divine feminine acting like the other woman. Like the woman sort of acting a little bit in a karmic way, being in her ego. And so we then have the Seven of Swords and the Six of Swords, right? The masculine is like, I don't want any drama. I want to move away from this. And then we have the Five of Swords. Such an interesting set of cards, right? He's like, I really don't want to do this if it's going to be nasty. Like, this is not what I signed up for. And then we have the Four of Swords. You know, I might need to take a little break. But then he's like, but I also want to tell her that she can't be acting this way. Such an interesting, you know, he wants to have this victory with talking to her, right? This is a beautiful card, right? It's the Nine of Pentacles. You know, I feel like I'm on the right track. I don't feel like I've been in my ego as much as Divine Feminine recently. And this is what he's saying, Divine Feminine, is that, you know, how can I have a victory when there's all this mess going on? When there's all these swords, right? Swords can be, you know, hurtful words. He may take a pause to think about things. But he's kind of like, you know, you're actually out of line right now, Divine Feminine. You're out of line. I'm not out of line. You're out of line. So I've got this cool Cosmic Insights deck as well. I have been wanting this deck for a really long time. So there's going to be a few little messages that come out. Now, it won't resonate for everyone. I'm going to pull 4 of these out. Okay. Okay, so he's telling you this, Divine Feminine, right? Challenges, it says. Make a decision, work on inner healing. At the moment, some of the feminines are in their ego, right? As you present these boundaries to your masculines, in some cases, it's actually pushing them away, right? They've dealt with people who want their money in the past. When you are mean to the Divine Masculine, or if you state anything that makes them feel like they want to run away and hide, they kind of, you know, it's kind of a red flag for them. Oh, hang on a minute. Maybe she was only ever interested in my money. Maybe she doesn't care about me because she's causing me more stress. It says, here's the health card. She's causing me more stress than should be happening. So then there's a message about pets here. Getting a new pet, giving a current pet more love, right? This is saying that, you know, even if your Divine Masculine isn't around, maybe you've got an animal that you can turn to in your life, or maybe you could think about getting one. The next part of the equation is, and it's coming from the masculine's higher self, it says manifest. Tell the universe exactly what you want, right? So don't unless you're, on speaking terms with your masculine, then you could possibly have a conversation about what you want. But don't make it angry. Don't make it in ego. Don't say that you're going to, don't threaten the masculine. Okay? He doesn't like being threatened. Some of them can feel it energetically. Feminism is a wonderful word because it means that you want the best for females. And a lot of my divine feminines are female. It's not always the case. But sometimes we push feminism too far, and the masculine can feel that. And you end up coming off as masculine because you're pushing your agenda so far. I thought one flipped the other way, so maybe not. Must have been my imagination. So these are some message cards that I have. We'll see what comes about with these. But he's kind of telling the feminine to get out of your ego. All right. So this is good. I'm starting to understand our connection. Okay, so if you got angry with him because he didn't do X, Y, Z, he's kind of going, okay, I think I'm starting to understand her. I think I'm, a little bit more attuned to her emotions. If you are in separation from your masculine, or if he left for a little time, he says you don't know how hard it was to let you go. Okay? Because he's also trying to, put that mirror in front of the feminine. He also says, I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. And then he says, I remember every detail of that day. So you might be able to think of a time when you had a special time with your masculine. He's saying that he remembers every detail of that day. Let's check the bottom of the deck. Now, this is an interesting message here because he's saying, I know I messed up everything. Okay, so he's taking some of the blame, right? He's also mirroring this back to you to show you that you messed up some things too. Okay, so remember, you're not separate from one another. So if he messed up, then so did you. Right? If he's grateful for the spiritual lesson, he hopes you are too. If he says you don't know how hard it was to let you go, then maybe you're thinking the same. He's saying, I'm starting to understand our connection. He's also hoping you feel the same. So let's get 3 more cards from this deck because this is cool. I love this deck. This is an exciting deck. So the masculine's kind of pissed off with you, but then he's kind of like, I am pissed off, but I'm sort of understanding where you're coming from. If you set some boundaries in place, he's kind of going, ooh. And again, on the bottom of the deck, we have, I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. These are some nice things that he's saying as well. I replay our conversations over and over. I am starting to understand our connection. We got that one before, right? Am I going mad? No, I think we did. Okay. And then, I love you. Right? So you love him and he loves you. Take gender how it resonates, of course. But let's see where we're going. Where are we headed from here on in? I'm guided to use, I've got another deck in here that I want to use. It's a really pretty deck. You might find it a little bit hard to see the pictures, but... Ooh, okay. They're important. Alrighty. So let's see what is going on here. We're getting a little story coming through. So he's like, I messed up, but you messed up. We both messed up. I also want to say, he says, you know, like he's tired of it. He's a bit stressed. Okay. So we have this beautiful card. It's the Four of Shells or the Four of Cups. And it's such a beautiful card because he says, I didn't see my my inaction before, and you mentioned it to me, and now I see it. So he's becoming this King of Cups. So he's done the soul searching, he's done the re-evaluation, and this beautiful seahorse here is a representative of the King of Cups. I'm going to try and love you better. I'm going to show you my love in a different way. He's taking responsibility. He wants to have a victory here with the Seven of Acorns or the Seven of Wands. And then he says, you know, I'm going to have a triumph. I'm going to be triumphant. You know, we had this little argument or a few little arguments. Now I want to try and work on it with you. But I'm going to need you to follow through as well. All right. So this is the interesting thing, is that he's asking you to join him. Okay. He's saying, you know, we need to stand strong together. Right? We need to recover from this together. But we need to release it and let go and forget about the past. He also wants to say, I want to move with you. I don't want to move on my own anymore. I want to move with you. And then we have the Ace of Feathers, which is such a beautiful card because it's saying that he now has this mental clarity and a foundation to start with, and it's a goat. A goat doesn't make a, I was going to go meh, but it's a goat. I don't know how do goats sound? I'm not quite sure. So there's this eloquence now that he comes through with, like, oh, yeah, okay, I kind of see why you were pissed off. You know, I get that I could have done some things differently with you. I want to move forward, but I also want you to make an effort with me. Let's do this together. And that's a very different energy because we've sort of come from this lustful energy where, you know, I want to have sex with you. I want to make love to you. I want to be with you. And now there's this focus. We come into this focused energy, action and focus. Like, let's make this work in a bigger way. Let's make this work in a better way than we've ever tried before. He's asking you to be peaceful and compassionate with him, right? Again, he's reminding you of this mental clarity, right? You know, get it together, divine feminine. Do the same as the masculine. Have this foundation, this strong foundation, so you can make decisions and have this direction together. After the recovery, you know, of being pissed off with one another, of whatever you said, you know, let it be, you know, water under the bridge. I was going to say, islands in the stream, that is what we are, right? But it's this energy of release and recovery. Once you allow that recovery to happen, get out of your ego, get out of your own way, then you're going to have enough energy to see results of the twin flame connection. And for those of you who are new to my channel, check out my packages below. I have a beautiful ascension package which will help you get into the right into the right energetic you know, way or frequency that you need to be in for the twin flame journey. I also have my manifesting package, which is highly popular, and my brand new quantum leap, which is a 3-course video series. And it shows you, even in those pissed off times, because a lot of us have those times with the masculine, you know, what to do. How do I go about it when my divine masculine isn't showing up for me, when we're in separation, when I'm not seeing any results? How do I change him or her? How do I start seeing things, and how do I ignore the bad stuff? How do I ignore that negative energy? Because not many people on the twin flame journey talk about that. How do you ignore it all? So we get this interesting feel of him wanting to provide for the feminine, right? If he's far away, he wants to come closer. He wants to bridge the gap, whether that's an energetic gap or that could be a real gap, you know, of physical space. You know, he wants to treat this as a divine intervention today, right? I might name that the title of the video, but there's this divinity here, right? Maybe I wasn't treating this journey with you as being more sacred. I'm starting to realize who you are to me. I'm starting to realize that I don't really think that I could do this without you. So we need to bridge this gap between us. Wow. And then we have, you know, no more mucking around, right? 6 of Wands, right? I want to have a victory with you. Don't you love the crow? In that beautiful, I'm trying to think of what that's called. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Wow, someone tell me what the crow's sitting in. What's it called? A wreath. I think I got it. Is it a wreath? Okay, so the crow is sitting in the wreath wanting victory. That is the masculine. That's come up twice. A very powerful card. We then get the Emperor. The Emperor knows what he wants. He is all of the kings in one, right? Page of Wands. You know, I want to bring something creative now, right? I don't want us to be in this energy, this 2 of Swords energy, where we're both ignoring one another. I don't want to cry over the spilt milk of the past. I want to move forward. I want to be intellectual with you. I don't just want to, we ignore each other for a time and then we come back, or we're doing this half-assed effort all the time. He wants to make effort with you. Now, for those of you in separation, I suggest you do my manifesting course and my quantum leap. And for those of you not in separation but having a back and forth time, I would suggest the same for you. So you can contact me. In the description box below will be my email. I'm also doing readings at this time and counseling sessions for both couples and singles, if you're interested. So let's get a few more messages. Let's get 3 from this deck and 3 from this deck and see what else the masculine wants to say. Because I feel like he's being highly intellectual and spiritual today. There's quite a few words of wisdom here, and I think maybe some of you divine feminines may have overstepped your boundary with your masculines in some way, and they were kind of ready for a war with you. They were kind of ready to put you in your place, because sometimes we all go a little bit over the top, don't we? Sometimes we do. Sometimes we do. Okay. So this says love spell. You have been witched. So for some of you, you may feel like there's been a curse over your twin flame journey, or there's a spell being done or something to that effect. If you do feel that way, I do energy removals. So get in touch with me for that. There's also the caution card. Find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. Okay, so if there's some kind of spell over you or something like that, you may also feel a bit strange. We have the fire sign coming up. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius may be you or your twin flame. And then we have distance. You and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant, which is what this reading has all been about today, hasn't it? About distance. Emotional distance and perhaps even physical distance. Wow, okay. All right, so that was a mistake. So I'm not going to grab those. Okay, here we go. I want to be more than friends. I want to be more than friends. I want to be loved by you, and nobody else but you. We will be together again. When he was annoyed with you, when you had that argument, guess what he did? He didn't react when people mentioned you. And if you're in separation, this might be relevant for some of you. I left you before you could leave me, and I regret lying to you. Now, for some of them, this isn't lies as in, you know, I've been telling you falsities forever. Some of them lied to you about whether they were in love with you or not. And if you were setting boundaries, remember we had, I know you messed up, I know I messed up. This one says, I know that I crossed the line with you. So let's just lastly get the action of the masculine. I feel like I want to use this deck now. I still love that crow there. He's really looking over the past regrets. The masculine is looking over those past regrets and thinking about it, going, you know, I'd rather focus on the positive now than the negative. He's about to turn around and see the Two of Cups, which is the positive, right? Wow. So the action space is, I want to come towards you. I'm going to be a little bit cautious. But he's hoping you're going to be faithful. Right? He's hoping that you're going to keep the faith. We even have, you know, a Bible or a Quran or some kind of biblical book here. You know, I hope you're keeping the faith. Right? You are the light of my life. I see you in everything, you know, in nature. I see you, I feel you, I see you. I'm watching a movie and that woman reminds me of you, and how, like when we meet up at the airport one day, for example, you know, that'll be us. Or, you know, I see a place that we could reside in. You know, he has these imaginations. And the biggest message coming through is that he loves you, and that he has regrets, and that he wants to push forward. But he knows you're also going to make an effort too. You're going to need to make an effort with him. Wow. So, such a beautiful message today. There's a song coming to me. I'm just waiting for it to happen. So just bear with me one moment while I'm accessing it from my files. I sound like a robot. I'm not a robot. Oh my goodness. Where is it gone? Okay. I've nearly got it. Okay, I'm ready. Okay. Here we are, face to face. We forget time and place. Hold me now, don't let go. You know it hurts, and we both know the time we spend together's gonna fly. Everything you do to me is gonna feel so right. Baby, when you're loving me, I feel like I could fly. And there's nothing I can do to keep from loving you. No, no, no. Can't keep from loving you, baby. Okay, so that's called Here We Are by Gloria Estefan. You can check out those lyrics if you go and type that into YouTube. I guess we'll sing Joyful, Joyful before we go as well. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. If you haven't already done that, what are you doing? Get in touch with me if you want to get a reading or are wanting to do any of my courses. Like I said, I gave up my writing job. I've been a writer since 2009, and I was doing the channel as well, and I was trying to juggle both, which is why I haven't been on for a while. And now I'm focused fully on the channel so I can help you guys with your twin flame journey, because I know sometimes it's a pain in the bum, right? It's annoying, especially when things aren't going your way. I also do normal readings as well. So if you want a life path reading, if you want a reading about a guy you just met that's not your twin flame, or vice versa, girl you just met that's not your twin flame, or, you know, a gift for someone, I do all of that as well. Okay, so just contact me and you can ask me anything you like and I will try and get back to you. I have had a couple of people tell me they want to marry me over email, which is kind of a little bit out there. But yeah, you can pretty much tell me anything on email and I'll get back to you. I may not say yes to marriage proposals, however. But goodness me, you can try. I'm joking. I still got it though, right? If people are asking me to marry them, that's pretty funny. Alrighty, ready? Joyful, joyful Lord, we adore you. God of glory, God of light. Hearts unfold like flowers before him. By the way, what have you done for him lately? Ooh, yeah. I just noticed a split end. What have you done for him lately? There's a mirror in front of me. Ooh, yeah. Ready? Come and join the chorus, the mighty, mighty chorus. Have you had your hair done lately? Divine Feminine, go and get it done. Joyful, joyful Lord, we adore you. God of glory, God of light. Hearts unfold like flowers before him. I am looking forward to hearing from you in my email. Have a beautiful day, night, afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world. We'll have to bring the toys back soon, won't we? Because they haven't been on for a while. And Little Red Riding Hood, can you see her up there? She's looking miserable. She misses being on camera, even though she still is. But she misses, you know, being close up. So yeah, we'll talk soon. We'll talk with the toys really soon. Have a lovely day, everyone. And if you need me, don't forget to reach out. Bye for now. Bye.